Regarding the Ukraine conflict, in the last recent times, the Russian territory has been subject to attacks from Ukrainian backed by NATO forces, mercenaries or whatsoever. Obviously, they've been targeting civilian and military structures. The latest news is it's been hit a nuclear facility which deals with spent fuel rods from nuclear power stations. And there's another story came out. Some other nuclear facility of another nature got hit as well, but the intensity of the damage and if there were any injuries or deaths, the Russian authorities probably do not know for security motives, not to make it known to the public. The fact is, it's becoming a very, very dangerous thing. The West are going to supply long-range missiles to Ukraine, and God knows what they're going to do with them. Like I said before, no, we're going to use it on a battlefield. No. All the missile systems are used on the Donbass in recent times, targeting things in Russia probably itself. And this is a dangerous escalation. This could spark off a very severe retaliation from the Russians. They will start destroying decision centres in the western part of Ukraine. And if Poland or every other coalition goodwill forces put foot into Ukraine, even them, they will get attacked as well, or be target strategic structures in those countries. Therefore, begin to hit NATO countries. Basically, it's NATO attacking Russia, basically, because it's a so-called proxy war. It doesn't matter what other side you're on. The reality is the West is attacking Russia. Even if Russia tends to keep a low profile on these events, probably not to create panic through the nation, or not let to know the enemy their level of vulnerability. But the fact is, in Russia, they started, well, they're going to start a whole series of mobilisation. We'll start drafting people from 27 to 30 next year. And if things get a lot more worse, they could even start for full mobilisation of the population. Kiev, they are mobilising people already, so they're expecting some from the Russians. The problem is, this continuous poking about will only lead to nuclear conflict in the end. No one can tell when it will happen, but the evolution of these escalations are difficult to follow, and it's probably out of control. It's probably the will of certain warmongers that would wish to lead to a certain war to make money, especially the American industrial complex, which they make billions and billions on contracts of building arms. And the fact is, all these wonder weapons, which should change the game really, or the war, in favour to another, never works. Now you hear Abrams, coming on the scene. Abrams tanks may be so sophisticated, but they have jet engines, therefore run on jet engine fuels, and they need a specialised logistic. They need it pretty nearby for the deployment of these Abrams tanks. Therefore, it's obvious Western and NATO forces have to be there for logistic and a maintenance and a running these vehicles.